neon blue, while I'm nursing the remains of a memory of you. I feel the static rising like a fever in the wood, a rhythmic alternative to the things I understood. The metal starts to vibrate, the air is getting thin, as the dawn starts bleeding through the places I have been. It's a last call for mercy, for the parched and the lonesome and the hollow-hearted thirsty. Oh, with a 1980s swagger and a metal-edged soul, I'm pushing every limit just to keep my self-control. It's a gritty hallelujah, an arena-sized sound, where the lost and the broken are finally being found. I saw my reflection in a pool of spilled out rye, looking like a man who's forgotten how to cry. I'm an old school wreckage with a high velocity mind, leaving every scrap of my sanity behind. The drums are hitting harder, the texture's getting thick. I'm the crack in the foundation and the fire on the wick. It's the last call for mercy, for the parched and the lonesome and the hollow-hearted thirsty. With a 1980s swagger and a 1980s swagger and a metal-edged soul, I'm pushing every limit just to keep my self-control. It's a gritty hallelujah, an arena-sized sound, where the Lord the king of the rubble on a dead-end street. It's a gritty hallelujah, thunderous prayer, hanging like a heavy cloud in the midnight air. Feel the fire, yeah, the wire. Feel the fire. Can I get a witness? Hear the wire. Can I get a witness? The gospel in the rust, the glory in the dust. Let the chimney stack.
In a pool of rising gray, looking like a man who's forgotten how to pray. I'm an old school wreckage with a high velocity mind, leaving every scrap of my sanity behind. The drums are hitting harder, the texture's getting thick. I'm the crack are whispering my name. Underneath the moon that's forgotten how to flame. I'm standing where the mud meets the black rising tide, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. I got a pocket full of gravel and a spirit made of clay, just a lonesome ghost waiting for the break of day. The alternate rhythm of a heart going dry beneath the cold ceiling of a metal-plated sky. The pressure's in the timber, the air is getting thin as the distortion starts to swallow every original sin. Oh, it's a riverbank midnight cry, screaming at the silence of a charcoal sky, with a lazy Italian swagger secrets only the dirt could know. I've got the weight of the harvest on a bended back, and a lonesome rhythm on a one-way track. The sun is a hammer, the sky is a cage. I'm just another word on a bloodstained page. Got a pocket full of seeds and a heart full of dust, watching all the iron turn to Delta rust. The static on the wire is humming a jagged tune beneath the cold indifference of a metal-plated moon. I feel the circuit fry and I feel the pressure climb as the alternative rhythm starts stealing all my time. Oh, it's a cotton field cry, screaming at the silence of a charcoal sky, with an 80s Italian swagger and a metal-edged soul. I'm dancing on the splinters just to keep my self-control. It's a gritty hallelujah, but thunderous soaring sound, where the magic and the misery are finally being found. Oh, finally shouldn't have said. The crickets stop their humming, the air is getting thin. I'm waiting for the shadow where the night begins. The guitar starts to rattle like a cage of rusted bone. I'm a king of the alternative, sitting on a throne. The metal's in the water, the lightning's in the sky. I'm looking for a truth that's a beautiful lie. At the crossroads, in the dark, looking for a flame from a dying little spark. Lord, show me. With a 1980s swagger and a soul-shaking beat, I'm trading in my halo for the dust upon my feet. It's a gritty hallelujah and arena-sized prayer, hanging like a heavy ghost in the Mississippi air. A tall man in a linen suit stepped out of the haze with a look that could have shortened all my remaining days. He didn't want my money, he didn't want my gold, he just wanted the rhythm that was living in my soul. The drums are hitting harder, the bass is in my throat. I'm playing every chord like a jagged little note. At the crossroads, in the dark, looking for a flame from a dying little spark. With a 1980s swagger and a soul-shaking beat, I'm trading in my halo for the dust upon my feet. It's a gritty hallelujah and arena-sized prayer, hanging like a heavy ghost in the Mississippi air. Down deep in the mud, price paid in the blood, the gospel in the wires, the metal in the fires. Don't let the lantern die. Crossroads, in the dark, looking for a flame from a dying little spark. With a 1980s swagger and a soul-shaking beat, I'm trading in my halo for the dust upon my feet. It's a gritty hallelujah and arena-sized prayer, hanging like a heavy ghost in the Mississippi air. Crossroads in the dark, just a shadow on the wall. Deal's done. That's bare as a bone, in a kitchen that's forgotten how to feel like home. Got a stack of red letters and a disconnected line, watching every promise turn into a bottom shelf of wine. found the air. Just a lonesome man wrestling with a handful of despair. The static on the radio is humming the jagged tune beneath the cold indifference of a metal-plated moon. I feel the circuit frying, I feel the pressure climb as the alternative rhythm starts stealing all my time. Oh, I got the hollow pocket blues, got the grit in my spirit and the dust on my shoes. Lord have mercy indiscretions past. The air is thick with jasmine and the scent of old